In this video, we're going to show you how to replace the rear brakes on your Mazda 3. This is going to be located behind the rear wheel. Let's get started. We're going to put our parking brake in the service mode. To do this, we're going to get into the driver's seat and we're going to press our stop-start button twice. With our foot off the brake, press the gas pedal all the way to the floor. Push down on the e-brake. Now we're going to press our power button 3 times. Continue pressing and holding the gas pedal and the parking brake button until you hear the parking brake motor stop. At that point, you can release all of your buttons and we can turn our vehicle off. Now we're ready to service our rear brakes. Using a 21mm socket, remove the 5 lug nuts. Remove the wheel. Remove the caps. Using a 7mm Allen, we're going to remove the caliper bolts. Get them both loose before removing them. Remove the pins. Using a flat blade screwdriver, we're going to pop out our lock. Remove it. Lift the caliper up and out of place and put it somewhere where there's no tension on the brake hose. Using a 14mm socket, remove the caliper bracket bolts. Break them both free before removing them. Remove both bolts and remove the caliper. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 rotor screws. If these are stuck in there, use a hammer and tap on them or use an impact driver to remove them. I'm going to give the rotor a tap to break the rust weld and remove the rotor. Using a wire brush, clean the hub. I'm going to use a bit of copper anti-seize and go around our hub. Using some brake parts cleaner and a clean rag, we're going to spray our rag. Grab the rotor and wipe it down. Do this on both sides. Install the rotor. Remove the pads from the caliper bracket. Using a wire brush, we're going to clean our caliper bracket. Do the same thing on the other side. Using some silicone paste, we're going to paint our caliper where our pads are going to sit. Do the same thing on the other side. For your caliper bolts or caliper pins, we're going to take some silicone paste and paint those as well. Install the caliper bracket. Get the caliper bracket bolt started. Snug them down. Torque the caliper bracket bolts anywhere from 83 to 100 foot-pounds. We're going to go to 93. Install the pads, both on the front and rear. Remove the bleeder cap from the bleeder screw. Install a 10mm wrench over the bleeder. I'm going to install a bleeder bottle onto the bleeder. Open the bleeder screw. We're going to use our thumbs and we're going to push this caliper back. When we do this, you're going to see the fluid come out into the reservoir. Once you have the caliper fully pushed back, close the bleeder screw, get it nice and snug. Remove the bleeder bottle. Remove the wrench. Using a clean rag with some brake parts cleaner, clean up any mess you made. Install the bleeder cap. Install the caliper around the bracket and the pads. Grab the caliper bolts, get them installed. Get the bolts started. Snug them down. Torque the caliper bolts to 20 foot-pounds. If you can't get a torque wrench on it, do the best you can. Install the caps. Install the clip onto the caliper. Get one side started. Pull the clip all the way over and down. Make sure both tines are seated. Install the wheel. Get all the lug nuts started. Snug them down. I'm going to torque the lug nuts to 100 foot-pounds. They give a spec of 80 to 108 foot-pounds. Do this in a star pattern. With our rear brake serviced, we now have to pull the car out of service mode. To do this, we're going to press our button twice. Hold down the accelerator pedal. Pull up on the parking brake. And we're going to hold these while we press our button 3 times. Don't let go of the accelerator pedal or the parking brake switch until you hear the motor stop. Once you hear the motor stop, we can let go of our button and our accelerator pedal, and we can turn our ignition off, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.